Welcome back to Total Disclosure. Everyone, my name is Ty and I am the host and creator of the show. We have a very fun video today. It's a what if scenario. What if the interstellar object that everyone is talking about, all the way from the news to the star seeds of the world and YouTubers and beyond. What if 3I Atlas was in fact an alien craft? Avi Loeb from Harvard has been on the news a lot talking about these interstellar objects and how we shouldn't just dismiss them, especially the ones like this, that the carbon ratios are way off. We see nickel but no iron, and so many other factors. The trajectory that is plotted. A lot of people are talking about this rock and this cosmic visitor. So I thought it would be really fun to try and write out a what if scenario. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only, mixing the facts and a little bit of creativity and what if. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to subscribe, and follow on YouTube or whatever podcast platform that you listen to. Leave a rating and a review if you can be so kind. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it really helps. All right, let's get into it.
Interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. But let's just rewind real fast for a second here, because this thing has been on our radar only for about a few months. Since then, things have gotten very, very interesting. According to astronomers, 3I Atlas has all kinds of surprises. We've only seen a handful of blurry shots that look like a tail is kind of starting to form. There's the unusual chemical signatures. It's producing way more nickel than iron, and scientists don't really know why. And when it comes to size, some estimates say it's about 3 miles wide. In comparison, Manhattan, it's only about 2 miles wide, and that is at its widest point.
It's late 2024. A strange object has slipped into our solar system. Astronomers have cataloged it as 3I Atlas, the third known interstellar object ever detected. At first, scientists assumed it was just another cosmic rock, another wanderer from deep space. But that changed when the numbers, well, they stopped making sense. Its composition didn't match anything we expected. The carbon ratio was way off. The object showed nickel with no iron. This doesn't happen without a manufacturing process to separate the two metals. Iron is very heavy. It's corrosive. We don't use it in any of our spacecraft, but we do use nickel. The light it reflected wasn't just bouncing, it bent, as if through some unknown material. Astronomers began plotting its trajectory, and that's when things got interesting. One fact became undeniable. 3I Atlas was older than our sun. 3I Atlas, or Atlas as it later became known, had traveled billions of years across stellar nurseries and dead star systems. And now it was here. It was coming directly toward us. If this sounds familiar, it should. Back in 2017, we detected Oumuamua, the first interstellar object. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb even suggested that it might have been a probe. Colleagues mocked the idea, saying that he was simply trying to generate notoriety and funding. Behind closed doors, defense agencies around the world paid close attention. Now, with Atlas, the silence was deafening. There was even a government shutdown, ironically, around the same time, meaning resources would be scarce as funding would be cut off. Leaks from NASA and the DoD claimed the James Webb Space Telescope had captured imagery of Atlas. No craters, no scars of collisions, straight edges, geometry. Some said online that this explained the steady drip of disclosure in recent years. Navy pilots on 60 Minutes, Pentagon whistleblowers in Congress, government reports admitting UFOs are real while refusing to say whose they are. Pop culture in Hollywood primed the world for the idea. The stigma of the last century was finally eroding. But why? They knew this moment was coming. It was only a matter of how long they could keep it a secret from the general population. By mid-2025, Atlas slips behind the sun. When it reemerges, astronomers gasp. Its trajectory has changed. Not slightly, but drastically. No longer drifting passively, it redirects onto a course past Mars and Jupiter, before slingshotting inward. Atlas was coming toward Earth. Military satellites began to track it obsessively. The public, for now, remained in the dark, unaware. But in Washington, Moscow, Beijing, and Geneva, word was spreading. The UN Security Council meets in secret, debating war or contact. Shortly after, radio telescopes detect a narrow-band transmission, faint, rhythmic, deliberate, a sequence of prime numbers, a mathematical handshake. Atlas wasn't just passing by, it's talking to us. That's when it clicked. The wow signal had come from this thing years before its arrival in our solar system. Before now, the wow signal had been interesting, but not repeatable, and relegated to conspiracies. That's exactly what the people in charge let us believe. August 2025. Atlas makes its closest approach. Astronomers report something astonishing. The object is shedding material. As layers peel away, revealing not stone, but metallic hull plating, the cat was out of the bag. By this time, amateur astronomers could visibly track Atlas. That's when the world changed forever. It isn't a rock at all, it's a craft, and it has awakened. Probes begin to capture images of structures unfurling in orbit. Antennae, solar collectors, propulsion arrays, the object's maneuvering. Militaries begin to mobilize, churches overflow. Some rejoice, others despair. Families cling together, the bars fill up, children point telescopes at the night sky. Humanity feels smaller, but more united than ever before. Then, every communication network on Earth goes dark. Phones, internet, TV, radio. A single signal floods them all, and then silence. For the first time in history, humanity has been contacted by life beyond Earth. That night, a streak of light tears across Nevada. Thousands witness it from Reno to Las Vegas. Phones capture the impossible. A vast obsidian craft gliding silently towards the desert. Its destination? Groom Lake, Area 51. Fighters scramble from Nellis, but as they approach, their controls die. Radios hiss with static. When the craft passes, systems return. It isn't attacking, it's neutralizing. The ship, over a mile long, its surface seamless and liquid black, hovers above the salt flats. Floodlights pulse rhythmically, almost like a heartbeat. As the world held its breath, the craft began to open. A ramp descends. Two figures emerge. You could hear a pin drop across the globe. They are humanoid, but unmistakably other. Slender, eyes black and reflective, skin pale and faintly iridescent. Their garments shimmer like woven light. The stories about aliens that had been told for the last century had been pretty accurate. All of a sudden, every screen on Earth flickers back to life. Phones, billboards, televisions. The visitors are standing on the Nevada soil. Their ship is looming behind them. A voice enters billions of minds all at once. People of Earth, we are here, and you all must see. There will be no secrets. We speak not to your leaders, but to your species. For your time is short, and the brink is near. They tell us they have watched humanity, not for decades, but for millennia. Atlas has sailed between stars for eons, carrying knowledge older than our solar system. They came now because humanity was teetering on the edge of self-destruction, political divide, climate collapse, nuclear tensions, AI spiraling beyond control. They ensure us they will not rule us. They will not force us. Instead, they will give us tools, seeds. Survival will depend not on them, but on us. The aftermath is chaos. Stock markets collapse. Energy giants panic. Militaries realize their arsenals may be obsolete. Some see angels, others demons. Scientists, though, spark with possibility. Rivals begin to collaborate. whispering of propulsion systems that bend gravity with elegance instead of brute force. Then came the next broadcast. We do not seek to conquer. We seek to elevate. Your wars, pointless. Your divisions, illusions. What awaits you, if you choose it, is far beyond the stars. But first, you must survive yourselves. The visitors present a small metallic cube, pulsing with light. Inside, schematics for sustainable energy, cures for disease, mathematics that bend the laws of time and space. Not a shortcut to utopia, but a roadmap. They leave it on the desert floor, and then, just as silently, they return to their ship. The ramp retracts, the craft raises silently into the sky, and vanishes into orbit, watching. In the days that follow, the world fractures and unites in equal measure. Treaties are signed, then broken. The cube becomes the most contested object in history. Scientists, governments, and corporations fight, not with bombs, but with lawyers, with code and philosophy. The question became very clear. Can humanity rise above the brink? Because the visitors, they did not come to save us. They came to show us how to save ourselves. And somewhere above the clouds, their ship awaits, watching. The next chapter of humanity has begun. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for Total Disclosure today. I hope you enjoyed this what if scenario. We have so much in the works, so make sure to like, make sure to share and subscribe. Tell your friends, your family, your enemies, the grays. We don't discriminate, trust me. And if you can, help support the channel monetarily by becoming a member on YouTube by clicking the link in the description below, or join on YouTube directly. You can also become a member on Patreon, and you get early and ad-free access to all pre-recorded videos and priority member chats in live streams. We're live every single Thursday, and then a podcast every single week. See you next time.